Today is Tuesday, Parashat Bamidbar. In the parasha of this week, the Torah tells us how the Jewish people, the tribes, were camped around the Mishkan. There were three tribes on each side, three on the east. There was Yehuda, Issachar, and Zvulun on the south, and they were very organized around the Mishkan. But the same way they camped, they also traveled the same way. In other words, the organization of the traveling was not just in a pell-mell, in a kind of like mixed up way, but it was very organized. Who was the first camp to travel, which were the first tribes, and the second, and the same arrangement that they had around the Mishkan, they kept the same arrangement where they would be, the Mishkan is in the middle, and then tribes in the front, the back, it was organized. And the Pasuk says, Ka'asher yahanu ken yisau. The same way that they camped, they traveled the same way. And this Pasuk actually teaches us a couple of lessons. Hachamim explain, it hints to a certain concept. Ka'asher yahanu ken yisau. The same way that a person acts in his home. He observes kashrut, he observes certain rules of tzniut, he observes certain rules of behavior. The same way he should act also when he travels. Unfortunately, sometimes when people are on vacation or they are in the house, they're a little bit more lax on things they wouldn't do at home. Maybe at home they're very careful with kashrut to make sure that everything is 100%. But when they travel, they can a little bit more lenient to the extent of possibly not eating kosher food. They might go to a non-kosher restaurant, say it's only fish, we're having only a salad. What they don't know, the bread, may have some lard in it. There could be certain things that could be not exactly what they would be according to their standards at home. So this pasuk, Ka'asher yahanu ken yisau, the same way that they camp, the same way that you're at home, you should also outside be also the same thing. Unfortunately, there was some concept in Europe, in some countries, where people acted Jewish at home and outside they were like just like the regular people, no difference between them. No, they should be the same way that you're at home, that you camp, also keep those same standards of kashrut, tzniut, etc. Also when you're outside, whether it's on vacation or on business trip or just out in the field somewhere. There's another meaning for this pasuk also, Ka'asher yachanu ken yisau, the same way that you camp, meaning Shabbat. On Shabbat is Shabbat menucha. Shabbat, we rest. We rest, we dedicate to spirituality, to prayer, to family time, to quality time with our children. And the same way, whatever you're going to give to Shabbat, Ka'asher yachanu ken yisau, the same way, whatever you give and you dedicate to Shabbat will shine a light onto the traveling throughout the 6 days of the week that will come afterwards. So Ka'asher yachanu ken yisau indicates that if you give enough to what Shabbat deserves in terms of the way that you camp really on Shabbat and you rest with spirituality, with quality time, with giving the Shabbat what it deserves, then you'll have that inspiration that you'll be able to carry when you travel ken yisau for the rest of the week. That's an important message for anyone, as you strengthen more the Shabbat and the spirituality and the joy and the singing of Zmirot and the kavod they give to Shabbat, it will help you for the rest of the week to carry it with you ken yisau. And these were some of the ideas associated with one of the psukim in the parasha of this week. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.